examines the strategies for success of senior women and gender nonconforming diverse people in the professor laureate during complicated times like COVID. As Rowe notes in her application materials, the contribution made by these groups could provide valuable insights for universities seeking to recruit, retain, and promote diverse faculty and graduate students. This research, it's also worth noting, aligns perfectly with her new role as Interim Vice President for Diversity. So congratulations, Rowe. Next, congratulations to Mark Deneen from the Department of Art and Art History. Mark's project, Maslow's Hierarchy of Needs, Water, involves, along with another collaborator, using samples of municipal tap water from across the country to create a series of drawings whose structure is determined by the water's interaction with specific chemicals like fluoride and lead. The significance of this work and its unusual focus on the observational quality of images produced, as opposed to the typical quantifiable quality found in data sciences, makes this a unique project. Congratulations, Mark. Next, congratulations to Annabelle Ibsen from the Department of Sociology. Annabelle's project, Structural Precarity, Social Inequalities, and Virus Transmission in U.S. Meatpacking, offers key insights into the dynamic relationships between corporations, the state, and workers in the time of crisis, helping us understand how industry monopolization contributes to the structural precarity of our food system and undermines the health and well-being of our essential workers. Thank you, Annabelle. Congratulations. Our next faculty member I would like to congratulate, Blythe Lagasse from Music, Theater, and Dance. Blythe's project, Music, Therapy, and Neuroscience Research in the Brainwaves Research Lab, is an extension of two projects that build on work she is conducting in the intersection of music therapy interventions and neuroscience. Through this research, she would also be training as a lab supervisor for the Brainwaves Research Lab, which will allow her to supervise theses and dissertations within the lab, as well as further her ability to complete her neuroscience research. It's worth noting too that music therapy is the college's newest PhD program. So no doubt this reference to supervising dissertations will involve our very own PhDs in music therapy. Congratulations, Blythe. Congratulations next goes to Johnny Plastini from the Department of Art and Art History. Johnny's award, titled Lichen Research and Devil's Backbone Project, will go toward documenting sensitive lichen cultures at the fringe of these ecosystems with an academic publication of images and interview-based texts from indigenous peoples. By cultures, Johnny is referring to both the scientific definition as applied to lichen cultures and the anthropological definition of culture. High-resolution documentary footage of lichens will be gathered along the Colorado Front Range, in addition to interviews gathered from indigenous peoples of the Arapaho, Cheyenne, Ute nations. Congratulations, Johnny. It is now my pleasure to introduce the recipient of an award that demonstrates the college's commitment to engaged scholarship. The winner of the Outstanding Engagement Scholarship Award is our very own Eric Johnson from the School of Music, Theater, and Dance. Eric plays a pivotal role in the middle school outreach ensemble and trying on teaching program. Sorry, Eric. With a 7-year track record of success and over 2,000 community participants served since 2014, these efforts provide a uniquely valuable service to our community. In partnership with 5 school districts, middle school participants engage in rigorous collaboration with musical instructors here at CSU. Yearly, over 300 diverse community participants from across Northern Colorado collaborate to learn, teach, and perform new music crafted by CSU student composers. The music written draws inspiration from socially based issues that challenge society today, notably racial injustices, movements centered around social inequities, and issues related to climate change. With faculty guidance, undergraduate students have the chance to design, implement, and teach all aspects of the music school program that culminates in a formal public concert. Over 4,000 people have attended these performances to date. Programs like this help the college tell a compelling story about the value of liberal arts and have a clear impact because of our faculty's scholarship and creative artistry. Congratulations, Eric. I would now like to introduce Dr. Rose Henschel, Associate Dean for Academic Programs, who will present the College Employee Awards and College Mentoring Awards. Take it away, Rose.
Thank you, Michael. I just want to note that there are 78 people here, and if you're reading the chat, you can hear the thunderous applause that is happening. I am so sad we're not together today, but hopefully one day we will all get together and have like a quadruple celebration for you amazing people, and hopefully on that day it will not be snowing. So I would love to introduce to you the College of Liberal Arts State Classified Award. This award recognizes outstanding contributions and achievements by state classified employees. This year, the award goes to Maggie Seymour, Budget and Administrative Manager in the Department of Art and Art History. Maggie's nominators applaud her for being a motivated, dedicated employee who seeks opportunities to contribute to and improve the work environment in the department. Through her own practice, she models for faculty and staff the efficiencies that careful organization can produce. She's carried out her work while attaining a master's degree in Education Human Resource Studies, and her scholarly research related to the importance of onboarding new department chairs has had an immediate impact in her own department during a chair transition, and has also laid the groundwork for college-wide best practices. This work area is bolstered by her commitment to continued professional development, such as HR certification preparation. Moreover, Maggie maintains a constructive and respected rapport with the faculty and has contributed significantly to a culture of trust and gratitude that ripples out to faculty, staff, and students. Congratulations, Maggie. The second award is the College of Liberal Arts Administrative Professional Award, which recognizes outstanding contributions and achievements by our AP employees. This year, the award goes to Beth Seymour. Beth is the coordinator and managing director of the ACT Human Rights Film Festival, a major cultural event and outreach effort of the Department of Communication Studies. There are many ways that Beth goes well beyond what is required for her position. For example, Beth recently stepped up to serve on the Human Rights Film Network's board of directors, a testament to the well-earned trust that people put in her as a leader and problem solver attuned to the myriad challenges of putting on a large-scale film festival. Beth has collaborated with other department staff to create an accounting system for the film festival's budget, which has saved a remarkable amount of time and effort, and I'm sure is appreciated by all. Beth also mentors undergraduate and graduate students as well as colleagues. She works with students on the Film Festival's programming board. She's contributed to the professional development training of the chair in best practices in relationship building through authentic interactions with sponsorship partners and donors. She's critical to the success of the ACT Human Rights Film Festival and is a valued member of the Communication Studies team. Congratulations, Beth. I'd like to now turn to the College of Liberal Arts Excellence in Mentoring Awards for undergraduate and graduate areas. This award, the undergrad award is in its second year and the graduate award is new this year. These awards honor faculty who contribute to engaging, supportive, inclusive academic environments through their mentorship of students. Effective mentoring includes exploring mentees' talents and interests to assist them in defining and attaining their goals, encouraging growth and achievement by providing a supportive environment where challenges, successes, and failures can be openly shared and examined, involving mentees in research and professional opportunities, creating access by sharing knowledge with the landscape and dynamics in the discipline, and working with mentees from minoritized groups. This year, we have two award winners. The first award goes to my colleague in the English department, Dr. Ricky Ginsburg, Assistant Professor in English Education. Dr. Ginsburg believes strongly that her undergraduates have valuable contributions to make to the field of secondary language arts, and she regularly encourages them to submit their work to scholarly publications. She creates important opportunities for her students, such as undergraduate teaching assistants, maintains those relationships, and supports her students' careers after they've graduated. Dr. Ginsburg is also the founder and, with Dr. Angela Lewis, the co-director of Teachers of Color and Indigenous Teachers Collective at CSU. This group meets regularly, allowing students to make connections with others who share cultural or classroom experiences in what is often a homogeneously white teacher workplace. Students who graduate from CSU frequently choose to remain in this mentorship program, creating opportunities for support from students working together and between students and current CSU students and high school applicants. We're really proud of the work you're doing on behalf of your undergraduate students, Ricky. The second award goes to Dr. Heidi Hauserman, Assistant Professor of Geography in the Department of Anthropology and Geography. Dr. Hauserman's nominator says that her formidable intellect, warm and energetic personality, dedication to her field, and unflagging support for her undergraduate students, particularly those from underrepresented groups, makes her an outstanding mentor. She helps them advance their research skills by involving them in her research process, from fieldwork all the way through publications and conference presentations, and also encourages them in developing their own projects. Her students have presented at local, national, and international conferences. She goes out of her way to support and encourage students from underrepresented groups and first-generation students. Her mentorship style is practical and effective, and that she focuses on helping mentees develop skills and strategies to navigate institutional barriers and succeed at CSU and beyond. Congratulations, Heidi. Finally, I'd like to present the inaugural Excellence in Mentoring Award for graduate students to Dr. Stefan Weiler from the Department of Economics. His nominator indicates that his genuine caring and compassion and what seems like limitless time and energy for working with graduate students, combined with his own passion for real-world economic research and recognized excellence as a scholar, makes Dr. Weiler not only an outstanding mentor, but also an amazing role model. In his 26 years in the department, Dr. Weiler has authored 76 referee journal articles, 21 of which are co-authored with graduate students. In addition, as the director of the Regional Economic Development Institute, or READY, at CSU, he's employed graduate students as research assistants and has published papers with several of them based on READY research. His students, due in no small part to his mentorship, have gone on to esteemed careers as economists in the public, private, and educational sector. More than these numbers, it's the quality of the care that stands out. Many former students remain in close contact with Dr. Weiler and remark that his mentorship continues well after they've left CSU. Even well into an esteemed career, it's important to remember that caring for our students never goes out of style. We are very honored to celebrate you today, Dr. Weiler. Thank you. And I just want to say a special thank you to all of the folks that nominated our recipients today and the committees that help select them. That work is often invisible, it's important, and we see you. So I am going to hand things over to Dr. Ryan Claycomb, who will be presenting the teaching awards.
Thanks, Rose. And thanks for including me in today's festivities. In a college known for its many, many superb teachers, CLA Awards for Excellence are competitive and they're very meaningful recognitions. I'd like to congratulate all of the nominees for these awards and their nominators. Special thanks go to the members of the committee who made these difficult decisions. This year's award winners have in common a personal commitment to students and a collaborative, team-oriented approach that improves conditions for learning beyond their own classrooms. This year's Excellence in Teaching Award for Graduate Teaching Assistants goes to Susan Klotfelter. Susan is a doctoral candidate, instructor, researcher in the Department of Journalism and Media Communication. Her nominators highlight her versatility, pointing out that she has assisted in 3 different JTC courses while serving as lead instructor for 2, JTC 210 News Writing and JTC 300, the department's large advanced writing course. Students who have taken her classes describe her as a deeply caring instructor. As her dissertation advisor, Dr. Marilee Long explains, Susan, quote, makes learning fun and creates a welcoming, inclusive classroom. She creates innovative assignments and learning opportunities that help students gain the knowledge and skills they need to succeed in their chosen careers. As a person, she's a voracious learner, a professional communicator, and someone with a keen sense of empathy, writes Dr. Catherine Brown from Anthropology and Geography, who has taught Susan in graduate classes. As a student who teaches and a teacher who makes learning enjoyable for her students, Susan Klotfelter exemplifies excellence in GTA instruction. Please join me in congratulating her on this award. Journalism and Media Communications is also the home for this year's awardee for the Excellence in Teaching Award for CCA, Steve Weiss. Joe Champ, in his letter of nominations, describes Steve as a master professional who comes to the university to share their skills and wisdom in a variety of upper-level courses in media production. As his chair, Greg Luft, explains, Steve displays uncommon energy and initiative, is patient, productive. His students recognize this too, exemplified in one student's story of how her class wanted an opportunity to take a deeper dive into videography, and Steve sacrificed an entire weekend to host a 48-hour intensive videography session. Understanding the importance of applied learning and high-impact practices, Steve developed partnerships with Rocky Mountain PBS, the Institute for Telecommunication Science, Rocky Mountain Student Media, and new learning opportunities such as a drone video workshop, a transmedia class, a grad level production management class. The RAM Productions unit, which he advises, has produced more than 500 live video recordings on campus, many at the UCA. One student recognizes Steve's contagious energy and passion, yet says, he was my favorite instructor because he challenged me and continuously expected more of me as a student and a member of our student body. No idea was ever too big for Steve. He was on board to help me in any way he could, always. Congratulations, Steve. This year saw a particularly large and impressive list of nominees for the Excellence in Teaching Award for tenure track faculty, which goes to Mark Deneen. Mark teaches in Art and Art History's Foundations program, and his nominator and colleague, David Reep, points out that Foundations serves the largest number of students in the department. Students differ in their direction in the department, yet they agree that Mark is supportive, relatable, and a person who believes in their potential. To develop this potential, Mark led a redesign of Foundations curriculum to foster more self-directed learning for students while challenging long-held disciplinary models. As one student noted, this class was very difficult for me at first, completely different from what I was used to. Mark was supportive throughout this semester. He didn't always tell you what you wanted to hear, but always what you needed to hear. His colleagues recognized this, and as Jason Bernagozzi observes, Mark's thoughtful and rigorous presence makes him a role model, inspiring Jason and others to be better in their own practice. Students get the final word. I love Mark. I honestly feel like this guy needs a raise. Congratulations, Mark. Our final Excellence in Teaching Award for tenured faculty goes to Elizabeth Williams from the Department of Communication Studies. In their nomination, Eric Aoki, Nick Marks, and Carl Burkhart write, her teaching philosophy of balancing kindness with rigor, critical thinking with embracing difference, theory and practice, and her pronounced commitment beyond the classroom as distinctive traits. Indeed, one undergraduate explained, I love that she had very high expectations, but was simultaneously very approachable and helpful in reaching her full potential. Former graduate students agree. As one comments, Dr. Williams continues to be one of my dearest mentors and strongest advocates. She continues to have a profound impact on me. In the eyes of colleagues, writes Tom Dunn, Elizabeth is a teacher of teachers. In her role of undergraduate coordinator, she brings pedagogical innovation, change, and adaptation to the department through data-driven discussions and through attendance information gleaned from over 18 pedagogical workshops she has attended. Thank you, Elizabeth, for all you do to make CSU a better place to learn. And I'm afraid my script cuts off there. Can someone pick up for me?
It'll take us just a moment. This will be a good opportunity for us to pause for a moment. And I want to take this opportunity to thank a couple of people who have really been behind the scenes putting this together. All of you who know, who've been doing online teaching, how much work it takes to put these presentations together. You can only imagine how much work it would be when you've got to herd 3 associate deans together to get all this to work too. So in your chat over here, if you would, send some congratulations to Colleen Weitzel and to Sadie Kinney McGrath. They're the organizers, are the ones who put this entire presentation together. I wish I could thank them in person for that. I think actually Colleen's probably right down the hall here in Clark, so I could walk down and do that. But thank you for that. And Ryan, did you find your?
I will say I found the right script and I apologize.
Well, that's great. So we took a little bit of pause there and we can come back to you. You go right ahead, please.
And finally, after pausing, I would love to present the Distinction in Curricular Innovation Award. And thanks for your patience, which is presented by the College of Liberal Arts in recognition of a member of the college faculty who has made outstanding contributions to curriculum in the college. This may include, but is not limited to, such areas as program development, instructional methods, service learning, and technology integration. This year, the award goes to Dr. Karen Anderson, Professor of Communication Studies. Completing her 22nd year at CSU, Dr. Anderson has directed substantive curricular innovation at every stage of her career, designing a new PhD in communication, improving GTA training and instruction through curricular innovation, and developing undergraduate and graduate courses that include high-impact practices. Dr. Anderson spent 10 years as the director of the multi-section public speaking course, building the curriculum and working with faculty and GTAs to deliver an engaging, effective course that thousands of students take each year. Dr. Anderson's curriculum development is shaped by her belief that a liberal arts education should prepare students not just for 21st century workplaces, but also for healthy democratic engagement in an increasingly complex world. In taking leadership over designing the PhD program, Dr. Anderson implemented an innovative and unique vision for a 21st century communication degree, one that allows students to develop research and teaching flexibility, particularly well suited for the academic job market. The courses she developed support CSU's mission as a land-grant institution and support the students in their future lives as professionals. Like most excellent curriculum designers, Dr. Anderson is a teacher dedicated to and beloved by her students. She has a sense of what student needs are and builds courses by centering them in the considerations. Communication Studies is lucky to have you, and we're all grateful for your service, Dr. Anderson. Congratulations. And I would now like to turn it back to Dean Withers, who will present the Outstanding Service Award and Distinction in Outreach Award.
Thank you very much, Ryan, for that. Yes, it is my great pleasure to present these 2 last college awards. The Outstanding Service Award is presented by CLA in recognition of a member of the college who's made outstanding service contributions to a department, to the college, the university, the profession, and/or a community. This year's awardee is Bob Kling in recognition of nearly 30 years of service to the Department of Economics, the college, and the university. Beginning with a stint as undergraduate program director in 1992, Bob has served on every major department committee. He has demonstrated a deep commitment to leadership, first as interim chair in 1994, then as chair from 1996 to 2001, and later as graduate program director. In every case, as Alyssa Bronstein in her letter of nomination remarks, Bob manifests a level-headed and even-handed leadership style, modeling the transparency, accountability that his department needed through times of increasing complexity and change. As a chair, he established the department's first scholarship endowments. As graduate coordinator, he led a major overhaul of degree requirements, recruitment, and graduate student financial support. His personal and professional interest in international education led him in 2008 to collaborate with CSU and Vietnamese colleagues to develop a joint degree program with the Foreign Trade University in Hanoi. This program has seen approximately 250 Vietnamese students complete CSU degrees and provides teaching opportunities for CSU faculty in Vietnam. Right now, he currently serves as the Senior Academic Officer for CSU Semester at Sea, building on long personal connections with that program. He participated in Semester at Sea as a faculty member in 1998 and as an academic dean in 2017, and as a member of the core transition team that led the process of bringing Semester at Sea to CSU. Now, when his thoughts were not directed toward overseas adventures, he lent his leadership experience to university governance as a member of faculty council, as the chair of faculty council committee on budgets and financial planning, as the faculty representative to the executive budget committee. Now, whether at home or abroad, Bob clearly manifests the best of CSU and the tradition of faculty citizenship in CLA. So Bob, we owe you a tremendous debt of gratitude for your lifetime of leading and of giving to this university. Please join me in congratulating him on this award. So next, we have the CLA Distinction and Outreach Award. This recognizes a member of the college who has made outstanding outreach efforts. Outreach, we define, is integrated scholarship which engages the college's academic missions of research, creativity, teaching, and service with people outside the university. This year's awardee is Greg Dickinson of the Department of Communication Studies. Now, we all know Greg is a respected chair of a strong and vibrant department. But what makes Greg such a great chair is that he always sets the advancement of his faculty and their programs as his highest goal. And in their letter of nomination, Eric Aoki, Nick Marks, and Carl Burkhart cite specifically Greg's instrumental contributions to 3 of the department's signature outreach efforts: the ACT Human Rights Film Festival, the Undergraduate Research Academy at the National Western Center, and the Center for Public Deliberation. First, ACT. Working with Professor Scott Different, who was then the holder of the CLA Morgan Chair, Greg inspired the ambitious growth of ACT from its initial one-week offering to what it is now, an international event that engages thousands of diverse people along the Front Range, and in the last 2 years in a virtual format across the country. Secondly, the Undergraduate Research Academy. Greg, along with Professor of Economics Stephen Weiler, helped conceive and find funding to enable undergraduates to work alongside graduate students and faculty interested in studying urban and rural life at the National Western Center's Spur campus in Denver. The Undergraduate Academy brings to bear humanities and social science approaches to studying urban, suburban, and rural spaces and activities, and provides opportunities for CSU to work with local community partners in studying gentrification, transportation, work, ethnicity, race, gender, and opportunity. Finally, the CPD. In conjunction with Martine Carcassonne and his colleagues, Greg facilitated an expansion of the program through several new faculty hires, increased staff, and increased funding. Helping to prepare a business plan and improving infrastructure, the center has built more relationships, run more programs, provided the resources for more engaged scholarship, as well as increased opportunities for undergraduate and graduate students to learn about public deliberation. Now, to me, the true mark of a leader is to improve the prospects, the possibilities, and the potential of those we work with. Greg is a true leader, and I am proud to present him with this award. So congratulations, Greg. So once again, I'd like to thank you all for gathering here today. I'm looking down at our participants list at 84. It's not quite the 150 plus that we had at our last face-to-face gathering. And I could say that as much as I enjoy being here in my office in Clark, I would much prefer to be in some physical space with all of you so that we could celebrate personally the achievements of this incredible group of award recipients. I do also want to take an opportunity here to second what Rose mentioned, to thank the nominators. It takes a lot of work to be able to write the letters of nomination. And there are many people who, although their nominees didn't receive the award this year, we're hoping that they will return next year for another another chance. There's this an incredible amount of nominees that we get each year, so you can understand why it's so important to recognize the people who do get these awards. Finally, let me thank Rose Henschel, Michael Carolyn, and Ryan Claycomb for the time that they took to present these awards. It takes, again, some considerable amount of work to be able to write the letters, the text that we present here today, because we want to reflect the great ideas, the great things that come across in those nominations. There is so much great material there. As you all know, it takes a lot of time and effort to be able to condense those in a meaningful way. So thank you, Rose and Ryan and Michael, for that work. I'd like to, at this particular time, invite all of you who are on this call, just for a moment or two, unmute yourselves and let's hear the collective clapping in celebration of all these award winners. So go ahead and unmute and let's do some clapping together. Okay, so thank you all again. It's amazing how fast these award ceremonies can go when people aren't walking across the stage and you're shaking hands and being able to see them in person. So if anyone would like to hang on for a while and have some side conversations about this will be the time that we would gather together to have some food and drink and celebration. I invite you to stay if you can and to share the fellowship. Otherwise, I understand if you all have to go. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you all to all our award winners for the great work that they've done. Thank you all for your participation.
What? Why did it suck?
All right. So if I've still got my mic on, if anyone would like to say a few words as people are hanging on, I can see we still have about 50 people here. So raise your hand or just jump in with some congratulations or some words. I'll start calling on people or pretend like I'm in class. So no? Well, I think we've got an uncommonly quiet group today. Why don't we just go ahead and end our ceremony? You can send some congratulations privately. But thank you all for being here again, and I hope to see y'all soon. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.